All right, so we're solving these by quadratic formula. These are not going to work out to be perfect. So once again, the r squared is our a value, the r is the b value, and the non-variable is the c value. I know they go in order because they are in order, but make sure that you understand that, because if they are mixed up and you actually do it in a wrong order, well, you need to know which one is which. So our a values are after the 4, so that is 11 there, and at the bottom 11. Our b value are the first and second one, so that's 3 and 3, and our c value, negative 19, goes in there. So I'm going to need you guys to help me here. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, plus or minus the square root. 3 squared is 9, but somebody help me out with the negative 4 times 11, which is 44 times negative 19. Anybody got their calculator going yet? No, me? You do it, Mr. Chavez. 4 times 11 times 19 equals 836. And 2 times 11 is 22. All right, adding 9. Well, the only thing we can do is the inside, so we're adding 9 to 836. So negative 3 plus or minus the square root, all divided by 22. 9 plus 836 is 845. We are going to take our calculator. I don't know if you can see it there or not. Take the calculator, hit the square root button, and put 845. 845, hit equals, and it breaks it down to us 13 square root 5. So we do negative 3 plus or minus, what is it, 13 square root 5 over 22. The key thing here is the smallest number between the 3 on the outside. We're not looking, guys. Don't look at this one, that square root part. You can't do anything with it. You have to look at the 3 numbers. 3, 13, and 22. And do they have a common factor? Well, 2 isn't going to work because 13 and 3 are they're odd numbers, even number. The smallest one is 3. Its factors are 1 and 3. Well, 3 doesn't go into 13 and it doesn't go into 22. So this is it. That's the answer. I hope. Correct? I haven't looked. Yep, that's it. That's the answer. Plus or minus. And on your sheet, it's split up, but we're not doing that. So as far as you can go. All right? That was an easy one. You guys at home, this is probably as far as, Brandon, this is as far as you can go. Because you don't have a calculator to split that up. I showed you last night how to split it up, but you know how to do it. I'm just not going to make you do it. There's nobody else here who's doing it. All right. Again, this is your A, so that's the A part. The A is here and here. This is the B. So negative 10 and negative 10. Don't forget your negatives. And this is the C. That's negative 20. Don't forget your negatives. It will not work out if you forget them. So negative 1 times negative 10 is 10. Negative 10 squared, on your calculator use the parentheses. It's never ever going to be a negative number, so it's 100. I know this is a negative and a negative, so it's going to be positive. And then we're going to end up with 20 times 20, which I believe is 400, if I remember correctly. Just doing that off the top of my head. Yep. And 2 times 5, so we did that. We did all of this. We're doing that. That's 10. A lot of zeros up here. We have to do the inside. So we have 10 plus or minus the square root over 10. And 100 plus 400 is 500. We're going to take our calculator. We're going to do the square root button, which is right there. We're going to do square root of 500. And it ends up 10 square root 5. 10 square root 5 over 10. Do they have a common factor? They have a common factor. And you can divide by 5, but what's the biggest number you can divide them both by? 10. They're all 10s. So what I suggest that you do is you divide everything. Well, you can put divide by 10. So remember, you can't divide this part. I was going to put the 10 down here, but that's going to look silly. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. You have to leave the square root of 5. Can't divide that. And the bottom is 1. Can I leave it like this? What's the simplified way to leave this? 1 plus or minus square root 5. That's it. That's it. Because we can eliminate this one, right? And we can eliminate the one in the front. And if you look at your answer sheet, this is what it looks like. Am I going to count this wrong? No. This is fine. It doesn't look like your answer sheet, though. Because we don't need this one, and we don't need this one. We do need this one, though, guys. Look at, you have to have the one in the front. All right? Guys, why not this one? That's 1 times the square root of 5, which is the square root of 5. That's why we're able to do that. What is 1 plus or minus the square root of 5 divided by 1? It's 1 plus or minus the square root of 5. That's why we have this answer, okay? Oops, I just messed it all up. All right, last one. The k squared is the a, the k is the b, and the no k is the c. So our a's are 10, which go here and here. B is the first and second, which goes here and here. Those are also a 10. And the C is a negative 17. Don't forget the negative number. We're going to do this part, this part, and that part. Negative 1 times 10, negative 10. 10 squared, 100. Well, I know 2 negatives. So what is that? 40 times 17. For you guys, you do negative 4 times 10 times negative, that is 17. Yeah, negative 17. I just did that in my head and then multiplied it. 680. 2 times 10 is 20. Do the inside. And 680 is 780. And take your calculator. Do the square root. 780 equals, splits it up for you, 2 and 195. 2 square root 195. Is that what it is? It is that. Wow. You have to ask yourself now, can these be broken down? They are all what? $10, 2, and 20. Are they even? Yes. The lowest number is 2. Can 2 go to all these? Sure. We're going to divide it by 2. Negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. We don't do anything with that 195. 20 divided by 2, 10. Do we need the 1? No, we don't. If it's there, I don't care. That's the answer. Guys, I know 5 and 10, you can divide by 5, but you can't. That number in the front has to be also. All 3 numbers have to be divisible. 10 is even, 2 is even, 20 is even, therefore you can divide all 3 of them by 2. Here, guys, I get it. 5 and 10, well, we can divide those by 5. No, you can't, because you can't divide that 1 by 5. All right? And that 95 or 195 can't touch it. It's MC Hammer. Can't touch this. All right. So that's the answer. All right. Work it out. By the way, tomorrow's New Learning Day. You need to get on there. It is going to be something new. So make sure that you're getting on and doing that. It's nothing hard. It's using the third step of removing variables and moving things around just by opposite operations. So we've done that, hundreds of it, and you'll learn it quick.